Hello humans, welcome back to Michigan Farms. As you can see, we have jumped into the oat field here. In our previous episode, we finished harvesting out the sorghum in the field behind us, and we've jumped directly into our oat field here, and we are going to get this harvested up in this episode. I am going to do a pass around the headland to try to help out our worker, because we're definitely going to be using workers today. I'll actually probably do 2 passes of the headland down here at the end of the field, because it falls off into a pretty dramatic drop into like a retention pond kind of river drainage ditch situation. So we're gonna go ahead and make our way around the headland here, get this taken care of, and then get this put onto a worker. We also are going to move our drill from the oat field that just got re-drilled. I can't remember what we put in, but we're going to move that drill over to the other field, to the sorghum field, and start to get that drilled as well. So another great episode here in August, where we will be pulling crops off the field, putting brand new crops into the field, and finishing up one harvest and starting another planting season here in August. We did take a little bit of a loan out last time, a little bit of a gamble, but that allowed us to not only buy a new trailer with a much more capacity in that trailer than what we had before, but it also allowed us to upgrade the horsepower of the truck. So we definitely were not able to do all of that with the money that we had, but with these large of fields that we have, and knowing that we're going to be able to sell these crops in just a few months' time, I felt pretty good taking out a small loan of just $50,000. So we are going to make our way around the headland, and I've actually just realized that we are not swathing the oats here. We actually want to be doing that, so when we get to the end here, we're going to go ahead and start to swath this so that we can pull straw off of this field and make this field even more beneficial than it already is going to be for us. So let's go ahead and get that switched on. There we go. We are going to start swathing some oat straw, and we are going to make our way around the headland here and then get this put onto a worker. Alright, there we go. We have got one headland down all the way around. Rather than doing this side headland here, we will go ahead and leave it so that the combine can continue to make its way up and down. Hopefully that helps it not get confused. But we're going to go ahead and swing around back to where we started, and we will get this put onto a worker. If they are struggling at that far end, we will jump back in and take over and go and do another headland on that far side for the reasons I talked about earlier. But for the time being, we're just going to work with what we have, and hopefully that will be enough. So one full pass all the way around is going to be more than 70% for us of a grain tank here, which is great. So that also means we're going to fill up rather quickly once we get it put onto a worker here, but that is fine. We are going to jump into our truck here, our Mack truck. We're going to go ahead and get this sorghum This 24,000 liters or so dropped into our silo, and then we will go and get that combine unloaded. After we do that, we are going to get the drill into this old sorghum field here and start to get that field drilled. We'll have to jump into the menu, see what our options are to put into the ground, and then start to get something planted. But for right now, let's go ahead and get that sorghum offloaded. There we go. It's a pretty quick unload as well, which is great. So that's 20,000 liters into the silo. We are going to go ahead and get over to the combine and get that unloaded. All right, let's get this oat offloaded into the trailer here, and we will be able to see exactly how much we pull off of this field. I don't know if it's all going to fit into one trailer here, but that will be the goal for us. Oh, unload, unload, unload. Awesome. Sometimes you don't catch them and they start to turn around, but we're going to go ahead and get this first combine load emptied into the trailer here. Like I was saying, hopefully it'll all fit in one. Actually, hopefully it won't fit in one, because then that means we have an amazing yield out of this field, but we will be able to see exactly how much we pull off of this field as we load it into the trailer. So this should be the first 12,000 liters or so. I don't know how close the combine was to being full, but should be somewhere in there. Yep, so, are we going to get 13? Nope, not quite. So just over 12,900 liters that we're going to get into the trailer here. I am going to get out of the way of the combine. Probably just got into the way of the combine. But we'll go ahead and get out of the way, and let's go ahead and get into our seeder here, and we'll get turned around and start to get some crops put back into the ground. Looks like we missed just a little bit here, so let's go ahead and take care of that while we're here. There we go. All right, now we're gonna make our way over to the sorghum field, and we are going to get some stuff put in. As we make our way over there, I will probably fill up with these bags that were left here from the last episode, and I'm guessing we put canola in because that might be the only thing that we were able to put in. So we'll have to jump into the menu, check out the calendar, and see if that's still the case. If canola is the only thing that we can plant, then we'll have to make the decision. We'll either put the canola in, or we will wait. I guess LoFi, those are the only two options you have. But let's see. So the calendar here. Okay, so August canola is the only thing that we are able to put in, but let's go ahead and do it. We've got a whole canola field over here. We will go ahead and get this field. You know what? No, let's not put canola into this field. So since canola is the only thing that we are able to put in right now, we're actually going to go ahead and hold off. We're going to wait until September to where we can put both wheat and barley in. We'll do some winter wheat and some winter barley rather than having two massive fields of canola. So that means, what do we have to do? Grass isn't quite ready to cut. Our combine is making its way around the field here, so maybe we just need to continue to work on this harvest here and get all of these oats taken off of this field. Let's jump in and just make sure. I think the cows are good. Yep. The chickens are good. We do have eggs, I believe. Doesn't say that we have eggs, but we can get over there and check to see if we do. Right now is August, so they're actually not going to be that great of a price anyway. All right, so it looks like we are going to be working on this oat field today, as it is our only option of what we have to do. I guess it's not the only option. I could be planting more canola, but we are going to hold off for one more month so that we can plant both the wheat and the barley. So let's get to harvesting. Alright, we are going to finish up this pass here. We're going to get the combine unloaded, and then we are going to get back into the oat field here, continuing to work on pulling everything off the field. Looks like, by judging by the size of the swath here, that this is actually yielding pretty good. So only a few passes, and we have over 10,000 liters in the combine here. So let's go ahead and get this dropped off, and then once we have emptied, we're going to jump into a bit of a time lapse and see how far we can get harvesting the oat field. Uh-oh. We let the combine run out of fuel. Oh, I saw it flashing at me the whole time, but I thought we had just a little bit more time to get that figured out. So yeah, there's your reminder. Don't let your combines run on blinking red, or they will run out of fuel. So I think that is going to be where we end the episode. And yeah, we will come back next time and get some fuel into this combine here. We will continue to work on harvesting up this oat field, and we will probably bring our windrower and baler setup into this field and start to bale up some of this straw. Yeah, a combine without fuel. What a way to end. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time on our Michigan farm.